sit, turn tap, sit. Good boy. Ruff.
We are here, cutting a promo. History of Headlocks taking over once again, but very special edition of cutting a promo this week, where we have a special guest with us to talk about the things outside of WrestleMania, and we're going to talk about a lot of stuff that did happen. We're going to talk about his experiences, what he did personally, and all the controversy as well, because wrestling can't have a weekend without controversy. But first off, Brandon, welcome to the show.
Glad to be here. What's up, Ari? How are you?
What's up, man? So everybody, Brandon and I go way back. We go back
way back,
like AOL chat room days. If some of you people don't know what that is,
holy shit!
We just aged ourselves.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm always aging myself on this, but
making me feel young.
Yeah, well, you are young, mister.
But even when I was young, I never used AOL Messenger.
Yeah, I think AOL Messenger was already out the door by the time you were born. Oh no, by the time you were
probably 95.
School.
AOL Messenger was out the door around 08.
Yeah, it was
something like that.
It was fun times though, being in those AOL chat rooms and watching all the marks bug out about things and. That's how Brandon and I met in one of those as two marks in one of those chat rooms.
Of course, yeah.
We stayed connected since. We've met several times. We did MLW shows back in 2019.
2019, yeah. That was WrestleMania. That was my first WrestleMania week.
Right, you came out here for it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Went out to New York for my first one. My second one was 2023 here in Los Angeles, and this one is number 3.
Right. Yeah. You're racking up.
I hope so.
So let me ask just a question out of the way. So, what was the reason why you didn't attend Mania itself? Because as we were talking before, you went to everything else besides Mania.
Honestly, like the way the product is, I think it's 2018, 2019 levels of bad. And like, if you remember the bad old days from those years, that's what constituted the birth of AEW, honestly.
Yes.
Because we wanted an alternative because the main product was just garbage. Mm-hmm. I mean, what killed it for me back then was Baron Corbin dumping dog food on Roman Reigns. Why?
Mm-hmm. Because he was the big dog. Hell, even that made Roman Reigns want to change his gimmicks. But
yeah,
I understand what you're saying.
I think he disappeared for about a year after that. I mean, including he had cancer treatment, yes, but I think he just wanted to get off TV for a while too, because let the stink of that dissipate.
I agree.
Yeah, he said he cited that as a reason for him to change his whole character from.
Yeah.
Stop calling me the big dog. I'm the head of the table now, but
yeah,
that was definitely one of those rough 2 years of 18 and 19.
Yeah,
and those were at the beginning of the Fox years too.
Yeah, and another reason why I didn't go, it was just too damn expensive. Right. A big thing was the ticket prices.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when I went to WrestleMania in New York in 2019, the cheapest seat was $80, and that was 4 rows down from the very top of the bowl at MetLife Stadium.
That's
$80.
crazy.
Right.
And I didn't even try looking up ticket prices for today's, because like it just was not interesting to me at all.
Right.
Especially with the 2 main events, CM Punk and Roman Reigns. Yawn, snore. I said it more than once. I hoped that there was a way they could somehow both lose.
A fuck finish in the main event of WrestleMania.
Double DQ.
Yeah. And then Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton. A, don't care about either one of them, and B, you throw Pat McAfee in this, and that's supposed to draw people in. People went away from it because of this.
Yeah,
Pat McAfee should stick to what he knows.
I agree. I had said that if I was, because I haven't really been actively watching it since Cena's retirement, because that's a whole other story for me. But I had said if I was still actively watching and they would have, I would have seen Pat show up, I would have just stopped completely.
I liked him on commentary. He was decent, a decent heel foil, but no, don't get involved. It's not your business.
It's funny seeing the reports now how both him and Joey Roll have both opted out of being on weekly television. It's like, because we saw the fan reaction. It's like, well, no shit.
Where was that a month ago? Where was that a month ago, Pat McAfee?
No, meanwhile, I was like, fuck you all, Marks. I hate you all.
Right.
Yeah, we hate you too, Pat.
Yeah. But aside from not going to WrestleMania, what events did you do what did you do this past WrestleMania weekend?
It was basically the collective. I'm a big fan of Game Changer Wrestling. I believe them to be the spiritual grandchild of ECW.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense. But it was a tremendous week to be honest. I mean, granted I got there a couple days early. Oh, funny story. I had to take a Greyhound into Vegas, and the only time I could take it was leaving Los Angeles at midnight. Oh. And I didn't get into Vegas till almost 6 a.m. and I couldn't check into my hotel room until 4 p.m. So they let me chill in the game room until the rest of my crew arrived.
Wow,
I'm glad that happened. No, it was maybe 4 stops along the way.
Okay.
And LA to Vegas is about 5 or 6 hours anyway, if you're on the road. So I just had to chill in the waiting room until my friends arrived. At least they let me, watch TV, play pool, and I could I could busy myself until my friends arrived, and that was the first day. And I just watched the WNBA draft when it happened.
Right.
And the hotel I stayed in, I loved it. It was like an old apartment complex that Hilton took over and just converted into resort rooms. Ooh. So it was pretty sweet.
Oh, you gotta send me the info.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Awesome.
So as far as
that was just the arrival. I spent 2 days there just chilling. I didn't gamble much, but Wednesday was the first shows. That was Pottermania, Dragon Gate, and there was another one I'm forgetting.
Was it?
It's so much. It's so overwhelming.
Yeah, I was about to start naming some stuff because I did see clips. I think I saw the clip of Ultimo Guerrero having a match with Blue Demon Jr. I believe that was the match, and both of them were
clips of that.
And they killed it.
Yeah, I saw that clips of that
for their ages. That's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like they didn't age at all, and then other stuff. I know House of Glory had this show on Friday, which was a big success for them.
Hey, did you go to House of Glory? Because I know you've been catching in LA.
I did not go to House of Glory. I guess I couldn't get tickets in time.
Oh, yeah.
I was able to get FSW and Denise Salcido's podcast, which I got a story about that, but I'll get to that later.
Right.
But what I liked about the week was it was at the Horseshoe Casino and Hotel on the Strip. So we had WrestleCon, the Collective in one room, and go down the hall and it's the Collective. Go a little further down the hall. It was Natalia's book signing when it happened.
Oh, that's great. So everything was contained in one building.
Thankfully, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because from what I saw, a lot of the shows were running in one specific venue. Because
Yeah,
I like the appeal of that venue. It looked very nice and it's very interactive. And
it was absolutely.
Yes, that's great. 'Cause
uh,
when I did Philly, everything was spread out throughout the whole city, and you don't
It was
realize
the
how
same
big
way in
Philadelphia
Los
is.
Angeles too. Yeah.
Right. You don't realize how big these cities are until you have to go from one end to the next and then back to the other side to get to a third show. And
I had to do that in 2023 at Mania Week Los Angeles. I had to go from where GCW has their shows all the way downtown to the Globe Theater for one of their shows, and then all the way to SoFi Stadium for Mania Night 1, and then back to it's nuts. I'm glad that Vegas at least was self-contained mostly.
yeah, it is.
yeah, it's crazy when you think about this. This was the first WrestleMania to run back to back in the same city, correct? I believe.
Yes.
Yes.
And I think overall the turnout was definitely different from last year, but still a positive turnout, I would say, for this year as well. Nothing really negative I heard from the wrestling, aside from the stories that we saw, the video clips that we saw, which we'll talk about. But
yeah,
as far as any other thing, like aside from we'll talk about the wrestling side of the weekend. Anything that stood out to you guys, if you saw anything, or whatever you guys did see?
I didn't see any fans acting negative towards the wrestlers. I did hear about it, especially with Elena Black at WrestleCon. Mm-hmm. I didn't see it, but I heard about it. Right. But on a positive note, one of the things I did see was Juggalo Championship Wrestling. They had a show.
How was
and
that?
Dear God, it was insane. I mean, the show, for one, it started late because Joey Janela's spring break ran long.
Okay.
I didn't get back to my hotel room till almost 5 a.m. and then I had to get up the next day early to make it to Effie's Big Gay Brunch. And I swear to God, I got a contact high because just people were just smoking up in the venue, in the crowd.
Oh, wow. Man.
It was JCW was one of the best shows and I also picked up this.
Holy shit.
Oh, cool. That's actually really cool. Like, I'm not a Insane Clown Posse person or anything, but I mean, how was the show itself? Was it like well produced?
It very well produced. Surprisingly, it is surprisingly well done. I think they've got a show, JCW Lunacy, on YouTube. They've got a weekly wrestling show now. I would have never thought this when I first heard of the Insane Clown Posse back in the day.
Right.
Because it used to be a one show for any time they run a concert for like the Gathering of the Juggalos. That's how they would do it. But now it's one of those weird things that they run weekly. And Ari, not gonna lie to you, it's actually decent television.
It is.
Weirdly enough on YouTube.
I mean, I would think they got the funds for it, you know?
Yeah. Right. And the one thing that surprised me is Vince Russo. He's a part of this, and he's actually not bad. But maybe it's because he's not running the show, he's not booking it, that he's just a character. Okay. I think that's part of what takes some of the hate away. Is he's not booking this, so can't really crap on him for it.
Who was on that show?
And a lot of guys you would recognize, like Nick Nemeth was on the show. Mr.
Nick
Anderson,
Nemeth, EC3, Mr. Anderson. And there's one that I think she's gonna skyrocket this coming year. Alice Crowley, Big Al. She is, I think she's like 22, and she is so good at it in the ring.
Wow, that's great.
And the thing is with JCW too is that they know what they are. They don't take themselves seriously. They just are pretty much just a fucking crazy ass show where there's a wrestler named Cocaine on the show. And his gimmick
not only that, he's the champ.
Wow.
Cocaine.
Like when you don't take yourself seriously and you know what your show is about, that's probably the best thing you can do.
Is he the Kane, the guy that looks like Kane, but it's a different?
It's just a guy that just looks like a guy on coke.
Okay, because I remember there was the cocaine gimmick that came out.
Yeah, there was a cocaine, a gay cane, a blue cane.
Right.
Yeah, that
candy cane.
Which Jay loves a lot. But yeah, like a lot of things. Like you had that stuff. You had the GCW show with Joe Janela Spring Break, where 14-year-old Brody Lee Jr. makes his in-ring debut. And if you just watch the entire match, he's smiling through the whole thing. Even when he's trying to sell, he's just smiling because just having fun. And he was trained by Manny.
He was so good at it. Joey Janela did a great job of putting him over. And he made it believable that this 14-year-old kid could beat the crap out of him.
That's awesome.
It was just like you have to watch the match fully to get the whole feel for it. But damn, there was one clip I saw floating around where Brody he backflipped, like he slid over behind Joey Janela and it slid right into the crossroads. It was so smooth.
Wow.
Yes.
It's good to know that this kid, he's got a future ahead of him, without a doubt. We know exactly where he's going. Exactly.
14, and already he's got some of the best trainers behind him. Natalia's just one of them. He also trained at Flatbacks with Tyler Breeze and Fandango. Like they had a hand in training him too. I think AR Fox may have helped train him too out of Georgia.
Yeah.
Sean Spears too.
Sean Spears, yeah.
Oh, wow. So yeah, I'm sure anybody would be willing to help him out because of just who he is.
But all right, this is the interesting thing that prior to this match, he never took a back bump. They were teaching him everything else except the bumping until he got into this match and it was like, okay, time for your bumps. Yeah. They weren't going to push him to the limit. They weren't going to, like, at the age of 14, you're going to start taking these bumps and God forbid something bad happens. He gets a concussion.
Of course.
So they've been very safe hands with him, and holy shit! Like he did his father's discus lariat, and then his finish was the sharpshooter.
Yeah, he almost lost it there for a second. He was so into it.
Yeah,
he did beautiful. Like when I watched the clips of it, I'm like, look at this kid. Like I was proud of him. Like my motherly instincts came out, and I was like, oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And another young gun I saw who my first time seeing her and she did very well was Izzy Moreno, the Bailey super fan.
Yes,
she was actually the first one I met and got a photo with at like when I first arrived at the show.
Yeah,
and again, good trainers. Because I think she also trained at Flatbacks. I think she trained under Thunder Rosa in Texas when she wrestled for them. So the future's looking good. The future's in good hands.
That's awesome.
It's a very interesting crop of new talent that's on the rise. Brody Lee Jr., Izzy, and also like when you think of like the YouTube creators who aren't that bad either, like BDE, Chris Danger, a lot of those guys that are putting in the work in, which is crazy.
There's another one that I saw. I didn't get to see her this weekend, but I've been following her career. She's another, YouTube influencer. Her name is Corinne Joy. Mm-hmm. She started here in LA and then moved to Atlanta to train under AR Fox, and she's stepping up too.
Wow, that is awesome.
And it's crazy to say this is where KJ Orso, who was formerly Fuego del Sol, night and day. Night and day on his overall presentation.
It was 1 year ago that he had to unmask. Yes. What a difference a year makes, because holy crap.
He stepped up.
And he's one of those guys where I could say, oh, like AEW would sign, but it's like they already had him. And they just And now it's like if I'm WWE, I would take a chance. I see what this guy can do. If I'm to try out, see.
When he was in AEW, he was Sammy Guevara's corner man, and that's the best he got.
Right. I don't know if they're on a good relationship now, but I mean, if Tony would bring him back for Ring of Honor, that'd be something for. I mean,
he did pop up on a few Ring of Honor shows last year.
Maybe. I mean, he's popping up
I think
everywhere.
so,
He popped up on the TNA pay-per-view after the AMC debut.
Right.
So, yeah, it's like a interesting direction he's taking. He's kind of doing like the MJF type of stuff as well, which proves to show that it works when you go full on heel and just be a complete ass.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And this is just night one we're talking about, too. This was the first night of the collective week. And the Dragon Gate show, I'd never seen Dragon Gate before. I was familiar with some of the guys there. And they didn't have their big star either. They didn't have Shin Skywalker.
Oh, shit.
He was not there, and they still put on a tremendous show. Because Ho Ho Lun was, I think he was agenting the whole thing, and it was a great show.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Very
And
awesome.
then we get to night 2 of WrestleMania weekend, which
There were midnight shows every day that week.
I did a midnight show.
Yeah, I don't recommend it, especially if you have a morning show the next day. Because, like, this one had Gangrel against Matt Tremont. One called Manders against his tag team partner because PCO didn't show up.
Oh.
It was just nuts.
Interesting.
just hearing all this stuff too is like I unfortunately haven't been to a WrestleMania or I've experienced any of this type of stuff before, but I guess I could ask. It's like, is this just like a thing from all fans to go from one show and then we're like, oh, where we're going next? It's like, oh, let's just all walk to the next show. Is that a thing that happens?
It is the thing that happens.
Awesome.
It happened with my travel group because like they would go from one show at the Horseshoe to another show at the Luxor. Because the Luxor has this esports gaming thing.
Yes, they do.
And that's where a few of the shows took place for outside of the collective.
Yeah. Yeah, Luxor's gorgeous.
So let's go. We're moving into the next day, Thursday. This is where a bonehead move on my part comes in. I thought that Denise Salcido's live podcast was that day, that morning. So I went to the Circa Hotel where it was supposed to be. I'm there an hour, and I don't realize it's not happening today. It's happening tomorrow.
Oh, no.
So I missed basically the entire Progress show thinking, I showed up a day early. So...
And then the Circa's off strip. It's over on Fremont.
It's in Fremont Street.
A bit to get there. So
yeah, it cost me about $30 to Uber.
To go over there.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to hear that.
And I had to return to the Horseshoe, and I ended up missing the entire Progress show.
Oh no.
And this is something that just bothers me about Mania week. Sometimes you have to choose between shows because at the same time Progress was happening, Tokyo Joshi Pro was also happening at the same time. And that's at the Pearl Theater. So both of these shows started at 11 a.m. So yeah,
it's a lot of juggling and a lot of logistics that you have to figure out because, like you said, there's different shows running simultaneously, and then also trying to figure out if you'll have time to get from show A to show B in time and still squeeze in lunch.
Yeah.
Well, and then go to WrestleCon, and
that was at least one good thing about all these shows being at the Horseshoe is if you do schedule two shows and they're both at the Horseshoe, they give you like an hour and a half break in between shows. There's a food court downstairs that's got Sbarro's, Subway, Jersey Mike's. There was a wing place down there too, but yeah. So at least there was that.
Yeah. I mean, to kind of play devil's advocate, I kind of understand that when WrestleMania comes around, it's like all the promotions want to be in the one spot where all the wrestling fans are going to be in. So it kind of forces the fans to pick and choose which ones you want to do. But It's all competition at the end of the day with a lot of these promoters who some of them don't get along with each other, so they might run against something else that they pretty much don't like. But
it's all a money grab.
It definitely is a money grab, and sometimes the shows
that's all it is.
Good.
Yeah.
This could be interesting next year, though. I know everybody hates to bring it up, but when WWE goes to Saudi, but it's like I would urge a lot of indie companies to pick a location, either in the East Coast or the West Coast, and decide while that WWE does their thing over there, especially if AEW should capitalize on it and say, let's do something big and let the other promotions run us alongside us, like New Japan, CMLL, Progress, anything.
Yes.
Invite and be very inviting.
Will Ospreay actually tweeted out that, hey, AEW should do this, especially if Saudi Mania does end up happening. I've heard rumors that it might not happen. I've heard stuff to say that it will happen. Given the situation over there, it's iffy. But I kind of hope it does happen, so that way AEW can move in and capitalize. Maybe move double or nothing to April instead of May, and have it in LA.
Yeah,
I would love it out here.
Simon Miller was saying this. Yeah, I'll go out there. Shoot. Simon Miller was saying the same thing, that he's like, listen, WrestleMania weekend isn't owned by WWE.
Yeah.
So AEW can most definitely run one of their major shows, and especially when they do go overseas, like going to Saudi Mania, take advantage.
GCW is not going to go over to Saudi Arabia, especially especially not Effie.
I mean, there's no way any of these smaller promoters would be able to afford to book shows in Saudi Arabia and accommodate all these wrestlers to fly all the way out there. Like, that's not like going to England. That's a really expensive flight. Yeah, it's an expensive area to go. Period.
I just love how we're not referring to it as WrestleMania anymore. It's just rename it to Saudi Mania.
Might as well.
But so that was Thursday. So anything happened on the Thursday, and then we get into Friday for you?
Yeah. Wait, what was that?
So we're talking about Thursday events. Then we're gonna go into Friday.
Thursday was the Mark Hitchcock Super Show. That the main event of that was the Demand, Ricochet, Toa Leona, and Bishop Kwan against Michael Oku, Kevin Knight, and Speedball Mike Bailey.
Oh yes,
which has a funny story because they rushed over there and they were in gear in their cabs and they ran out, fully prepared for their match.
Which ones?
Ricochet and Gates of Agony. They had their gear on and they ran out of the cabs, ready for their match.
I mean, you gotta think about how these guys also, so many of them are booked on so many shows. There's I think I think sometimes it could work 4 shows in one day.
Yeah.
From morning, afternoon to night.
And Luggage was still at the airport, mind you.
There used to be a running joke before he got signed as how many shows is Speedball Mike Bailey going to do this week?
Exactly.
And he hasn't done that since AEW signed him, so I don't know who has that mantle now. But
right.
Yeah. Speedball killed it in this match. He booked the clusterfuck. And it was a tremendous show.
Yeah. It was definitely silly going into it because it was originally going to be Ricochet and Leon Slater, but TNA president said that that's not going to happen, and then he was like, "Oh, WWE said no to it," but it was just another LOL TNA moment where it's just like
getting in their
WWE
way.
should dictate outside stuff, but
exactly.
Yeah, Pat Buck had a whole thing about that too because they were trying to do MJF and Nick Nemeth at their Creator Pro show.
God, that would have been so great to see live.
And they fucked that one up over, and they fucked them over as well.
Yep.
And then after that show is where all the shows just start to cluster together because you had West Coast Pro happening at 7 p.m. at Bazaar Bar, FSW's WWE ID Showcase at the Luxor, also at 7 o'clock. You had Dark Sheik booking something she called Worst Wrestling Show All Mania Week. That's actually the name of it. That's actually the name of the show.
That's great.
And then the show that I ended up going to is El Despy Death Vegas Invitational.
Okay.
Which El Desperado's from New Japan. And
yes.
This
crazy motherfucker.
Jesus, you don't know half of it. Like, it got so crazy that his mask not only ripped but came completely off.
What?
He was unmasked. I mean, he had blood covering his face.
Yeah.
Blood just all down his face, but you know, his face was shown to the world basically.
Wow! Holy shit! I did not hear about that.
Yeah, it was a 3-team match. It was on one team was Nick Gage and Matt Tremont. The other team was El Desperado and Jun Kasai.
Mm-hmm.
And then the third team was Masahashi Takeda and Rini Yamashita.
Mm-hmm.
And you want to talk violent. Holy crap. They had to put down tarp around the ring so they could clean up all the light tubes. And like I said, El Desperado lost his mask. Not willingly, but it came off.
Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy.
It got ripped all to hell so badly that it did came off.
What is he gonna do now? You know.
I know Nick Gage was a surprise too. Where I know he was like the surprise partner for Megan Bain at the GCW shows. But because the last I heard from Gage was that he's gonna take some time off. But I guess
it's Mania week.
Storyline, pretty much come back for the biggest show of the year.
And this Death Vegas show, House of Glory, was happening at the same time.
Yeah,
it's really competitive.
Yeah, and then I stuck it out there at the Horseshoe because Ladies' Night Out 16 was happening at the Luxor, and Marvelous Pro Women's Wrestling was happening at another place. So I stuck around for MDK Fight Club, the midnight show, which two deathmatch shows in a row.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's intense.
Yeah. A no-rope barbed wire match, Slade against Dr. Redacted. That was supposed to be Slade versus Cruel, but then that whole fake stabbing incident happened, and Slade's been canceled.
Yeah. That was. I don't understand why he did that.
Sorry, not Slade. Cruel. My mistake.
Cruel. Yeah. I just don't understand why he pulled that off. Why he pulled that stunt.
Me either.
Well, why would you do that?
Especially
one person, especially who has impressed me, and I guess is impressing a lot of people lately, is Vipress.
Okay.
She's.
I think she's.
If you saw her, she's got one side of her hair it's dark, one side of her hair is I think brown color. She's from Oakland. She's done Pride Style a lot. She's worked a lot here in Southern California. I don't want to use the term, but like. Her character is basically a chola.
Okay.
Yeah, and she's dating Mercedes Martinez, so.
Oh.
I was about to say that's how I recognize the name.
Yeah. I actually saw them. I went to, Guy Fieri has a little buffet thing inside the Horseshoe, so I went to try that out. I saw them there. They were having lunch. I didn't bother them, but. That place was packed with wrestlers too. Like I walked in, sat at the bar, and looked around. Saw Vipress and Mercedes. I saw Rick Steiner and some of his crew. I saw the Honky Tonk Man sitting at one of the tables. The Barbarian was leaving as I was walking in. So that's one good thing about it is it's like star spotting.
Yeah, you just literally crossing paths with them left and right. You walk into a store or something, and you're like, oh, look, there's so-and-so just randomly buying a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
It's so great. It feels almost like you're in a dream world in that moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, so we're talking about a lot of the shows, but was there any meet and greets that you attended that?
Yeah.
I attended WrestleCon.
Yeah,
because it
because
was
this is the big one I want all of us to get to. But yeah,
yeah.
your experience.
WrestleCon was interesting because like on the first day it's 4 to 8 p.m. and every other day it was 9 to 1.
Yeah.
So you had to get there in the morning if you wanted to see it. But I think it was that Friday. I was attending everything because I was at a collective show, and then I would just go down the hall to WrestleCon, and then I would go further down the hall at where Natalia was having her book signing.
Awesome.
So I got a book signed by her. I got a professional photo with her. Let me grab that.
Oh, see, man, you got the whole shebang done with Natty. That's awesome.
I got the whole package with it.
And tell us how she was, man. Everything, all the details.
She was lovely. I was wearing a UCLA t-shirt, and she recognized it immediately because the Anvil attended UCLA back in the day.
Oh, that's awesome. I love that.
Got me in a headlock. I threw up the 4s.
Beautiful.
And she is so cool. Like, she doesn't get enough. She's never going to get all the flowers that she deserves.
I agree.
But she is one of the best people. And I think we mentioned it already. She's helping train Brody Lee Jr.
Right.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
A lot of the people on the roster, too, for people from New Japan, even from guys from like Ring of Honor and AEW are going to her, I'm going to call it like her dungeon, where her and her husband TJ are working with a lot of these people. And a lot of them are just like perfecting their craft at the end of the day. And eventually, like, when it comes down to where TKO hopefully gives Natty and TJ the reins on the women's division, because that's their bread and butter. A lot of these women are learning from her, and she may not get proper pushes on television. I mean, the thing with Natty now, it's definitely a miss right now on the main roster because it wasn't built right. But
yeah,
it was definitely something special a year ago when she started doing the blood sports stuff, which, by the way, like Josh Barnett announced that it's going to be on a hiatus.
Josh Barnett's version is going to be on hiatus.
Right.
The Bloodsport name is probably going to continue
That's true,
under someone else because
have done it. Yeah.
Matt. It was originally for Matt Riddle,
right?
And then when he got signed, it went to Josh Barnett. So, and I actually missed that show.
It's too bad.
I was beat. I stayed at the hotel and slept until I had to go to spring break, which was that day.
How was that?
There was a line so far, like it started at the door of the venue and it stretched all the way through the hotel, through the casino, and all the way down to the rideshare area.
Wow.
Which if you've been in that hotel, that's not a short walk.
Yeah, usually they put the ride shares at the far end.
Yeah, there was
casinos. Yeah,
I think Sean Ross Sapp said there was easily 2,000 people that attended that show.
Wow.
That's impressive.
Can you imagine you're just there? You're not there because of wrestling. You have no idea what's going on, and you see all these people.
Yeah, and unfortunately, at the same time was Maple Leaf Pro, which I kind of wanted to see, but I'm not missing spring break because there were 3 people who had their last match there.
Oh, who?
The Sandman.
Oh, yes.
Vampiro and Kid Bandit.
Right, Kid Bandit. I saw that.
Okay, so I was going to ask that about, because I saw the clip, but I didn't realize that was her retirement, which...
Yeah, she's been talking about it on social media. And I ran into her a lot over the week, and I kept saying, it's your season finale, not your series finale. I would love it if she came back. She's still young.
She's so young.
I think there's still a lot for her left to prove. She wants to fully transition, which I get. But
that makes sense.
And she's going to be running her own show, I think, in the summer. But I would love it if she stepped in the ring again, because she's just too good to go out like that.
I mean, mentioning that she's planning to fully transition. I know that takes a long time to heal from, to go through, and so that could be one of the reasons why she chose to hang them up for at least, hopefully, for now.
Hopefully, just for now, because like I love
major life change. Yeah, she's awesome. Awesome.
It doesn't hurt, especially when she is transitioning, to take that time off, because like the body's gonna heal, like whatever injuries, whatever nagging stuff she's been dealing with along her journey. That. But then the other two with Vampiro, which I mean that's fine.
Vampiro retired at the Juggalo show, which makes sense for him.
Yeah, they did him right, and then we get to the Sandman, who wrestled the Invisible
Sandman
Man,
and the Invisible Man.
They threw out everything. Where Kendra Lust made her entrance with the Sandman. We saw Mick Foley make an appearance. And
oh my gosh!
Bill
Sandman
Alfonso.
loses to roll up.
Oh gosh, Bill Alfonso. No, when I saw Mick drop the elbow, I'm like, oh gosh, is he gonna be able to get up from this? But he did. Took his time, but he did.
Yeah, Fonzie is awesome. Like I ran into that guy a bunch of times, and I got he let me take a picture every time. I didn't even ask.
Oh, that's great.
He just did. We just did.
Yeah, some of them are more than willing to do it. They'll do it for free. They don't care. That's awesome.
Yeah. Fonzie's amazing.
Before we go into the WrestleCon stuff and how fans were behaving themselves this weekend, is there anything else you want to like overall thoughts, or what else like you did this past weekend?
It was just like so much happened, and I loved all of it. But the show that sticks out for me were those two shows, Spring Break and JCW. Mostly because I think Spring Break ran long, so that's why JCW started late.
Mm-hmm.
And I ended up not getting back to my hotel till about 5 a.m.
Amazing.
So we keep alluding to it, but the WrestleCon stuff, where it's supposed to be a big event or big meet and greet to meet all your favorite wrestlers, past, present, and a lot of the future talent too that get booked over here. But I did see one picture that there was a table for the Invisible Man, so I really want to see people that paid for that and took pictures with the Invisible Man. But
I saw that picture. It listed his prices of $20 for a photo and an autograph.
Well, that's reasonable.
Yeah.
I mean, shit.
I mean, some of these guys are charging $60. You're like, really? $60 for you? I gotta spend $20 on the Invisible Man.
Yeah, and I always think when it comes to these WrestleCons that it's supposed to be just a good time for a lot of fans and the wrestlers to collab and meet. Oh my lord, what is that?
Oh, you got to meet him. Very nice.
Inspiration.
For the combo was $120.
Wow,
that makes sense.
They were lovely.
Yeah, they were awesome.
Yeah, go through the rundown. I don't. Have you posted photos yet on your socials?
I haven't yet.
All right, so let's get the rundown. Who did you meet? How were they?
Well, let me pull out my phone because some of them, the MXM collection, those guys are freaking hilarious.
Oh man, I would love to meet them.
They are just like, we did the touch tips. But those guys are just like so cool. Let me scroll through this. Okay.
Yeah, like for me, that's one of the best moments is the meet and greets.
Yeah. The first one I met obviously was Izzy Marino because that was Podermania, the very first show.
Nice.
And so they were so cool. I got early entry to the Dragon Gate show, which because like I think those first three shows were separate from from the collective. So I ended up getting a front row VIP package. So sweet. I got pictures with damn near everybody on Dragon Gate.
Oh, sweet.
So yeah, that was awesome. That was a great show. Like I'll say that again. That was just a tremendous show. Kiera Hogan, which I think she's starting to come back into wrestling. She guest refereed a few matches.
Okay.
One of my friends is friends with Alexis Lee, who's a I think Korean. I'm not sure. She wrestles over there in Singapore.
Okay.
I think. I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, she was trained by Manami Toyota, and she's like
Ooh.
has half her face painted like Darby Allin.
Okay.
And some of these people I met like just on the way from there, and Lena Cross was one of them. Good Lord, she's taller than me.
I was about to say, is she taller in person than we see on TV?
Yes, yes, she is. She's at least a 6-footer because I'm 5'10".
Yeah.
At WrestleCon, the first one I met was Tatanka, which makes sense because he was one of my very early favorite wrestlers growing up because I was about 10.
Awesome.
Yeah. I was about 10 when he came up.
Yeah.
And Bill Alfonso, Kid Bandit, couple of locals I ran into. I don't know how familiar you guys are with the LA scene, but her name is Karma. And she's a Latina, so she's already making an impact, and I don't think she's been wrestling more than 2 years.
Wow. Fantastic.
So she's amazing.
I'd love to hear that. I love hearing that,
Yeah. Because Santino Brothers is the big training school out here.
Yeah.
So, like, they trained Brody King. Brody King is their big training signing. And Bad Dude Tito, Che Cabrera, Latino Meat.
Latino Meat.
Latino Meat.
That name always cracks me up.
Latino Meat, Che Cabrera. Yeah. Another one I met was Dan Spivey, Waylon Mercy.
Oh wow, that's a great name to get.
Yeah, I don't want to be rude about this, but he's not looking too good. Like he's
yeah, oh yeah, he's up there already in age too.
He was, I think he was up there in age when he was Waylon Mercy.
That's true. He's been around for a long time.
Like I think he was around before I was born.
I think so.
At Story Denali, one of the premier athletes.
Yeah, the tall girl too.
Another tall one. I think she's a 6-footer too.
Mm.
And then came the Natalia book signing, so I got that.
Sweet.
Scroll. Oh God, these two. Like there were guys running around with like these giant heads. I think they're paper mache heads. One of them was Jimmy Hart, and the other was Jim Cornette.
Oh my gosh!
I of course booed the Jim Cornette guy, obviously. But oh Lord, that was funny. Yeah, there's one. I think I was coming into one of the shows and ran into Noelle Foley and Frank the Clown.
Okay.
They're still together.
Yay her, boo him.
Yay her, boo him. Exactly. Alice Crowley I met after the JCW show. I'm pretty sure I was high as a kite because like you could smell it in the air. Because I don't think Nevada has the indoor smoking bans that most other states do. No, because I saw people lighting up and smoking up all over the place. So it's no surprise that I probably did end up getting high. Mm-hmm. And then the Inspiration met at WrestleCon. I ran into Amanda Huber outside of one of the shows. She's lovely. I got to get a picture with her. Mm-hmm. And I think that's it. Okay. Yeah, that's it. I mean, Bill Alfonso 3 or 4 times.
That's a nice. You know what? That's a nice round of wrestlers right there.
Yeah.
And there was a lot more of them, but
definitely a lot of them. Some of them I couldn't afford to because I only had a limited amount of money and they were charging a lot. I wanted to get a picture with Cross and Scarlett, but out of my price range.
I can imagine.
Yeah. I met them in person. Got to hang out with Cross after Outlaw show here in New York. Very cool guy, down to earth, and it's just one of those special experiences as a wrestling fan when you get to see the actual person behind the gimmick, and sometimes they play up their gimmicks for fun, but it's also you just realize these are real people.
Yeah.
Which some fans unfortunately just do not understand. Which I mean, come on, let's just get into it.
Let's get into it
because some fans were very rude, and I mean, a lot. Like there was the report from Booker T that he said that he went to the bathroom and somebody was recording him, which is
I saw that for X-Pac too.
X-Pac as well said that happened to him, and then Ari, I think it was you that shared the video of somebody was fighting Vito at his table.
Yeah.
WrestleCon. Yeah.
I was like,
and I was even looking. I was confused. I was like, and you're like, is this a work? And I'm like, probably not, because
I couldn't tell if it was or if it wasn't.
It just escalated so quickly.
Right. I don't know what was said, but it's just that Vito just pushing this guy back, and he was pushing him. It was like a legit shoving match.
Like,
and then there was what happened with Elena Black.
Yeah, that was horrible.
Why? What makes you think you can do that?
And he tried to pay it off. Like, oh, so disgusting.
Yeah, I just want to give you the floor on that one, because it was pretty much.
That pretty much said that she's done with meet and greets because of this.
Yeah, and that's
way to go, asshole! You ruined it for everybody.
You know, that's what kills me the most is like when I see things like this happen. Fans don't just ruin it for the fans; they ruin it for the wrestlers. No. You know, 'cause I remember back in the day how you could go to a hotel lobby during a major show or see them somewhere, and they would actually be more than willing to interact with you, take pictures with you, sign your autograph. Hell, if they had a little extra time on their hands, they would actually have a nice conversation with you. If there was a bar, they'll have a drink with you. And everything, it was just such a great experience. Like Mike, you said, you get to see the human side behind the character that they play. Yeah. And then fans come, these crazy maniac fans come and ruin it. And they took that experience away from everyone. Because, you know, now you have to pay big money to meet these personalities. Right. And it's a shame because there's moments where they could be crossing paths with a fan that they could have an amazing interaction with, and unfortunately they can't because there's no time.
And I just want to say, I don't know, and like Ari, like you've heard me say, like I've been critical of like some of the women who do like the OnlyFans or whatever it is they do, but at the end of the day, that's not an open invitation for you to put your hands on them in a certain way just because they look sexy in a photo that you bought that you spent all your rent money on just so you can have a little jerk sesh. But
exactly, it's not cool.
There needs to be it's mostly the male fans that need to learn etiquette, because like I've learned to over the years, if I ever see a female, I always like gauge, or like if I try not to like overstep or anything like that with my hands, but it's always
you're a gentleman.
Correct, but it's just with certain fans, with this fan who thought it was a good idea to grab her ass, and then good on her for her immediately stepping up and saying like, you know what, fuck, like I've had enough, and chased this dude out. And shout out to her boyfriend Casey Navarro, who made a video pretty much saying like pretty much was like get a life, but also like learn proper etiquette. Like
treat these women like you would treat your mother.
Exactly.
Would you do that to your mother? If the answer is no, don't do it to another woman.
Exactly. Have respect. Have respect. You know, like it's not a free for all.
Right. And apparently, I did see that the guy was trying to do something else like a couple of days later, and people recognized him and threw his ass out. You're not welcome here.
Because I saw a couple, I forgot who it was, but a couple of people were saying that they did see him roaming around. It's almost like he was just roaming around looking for an opportunity to do something heinous to someone.
Yeah.
Like everybody said, like he looked off, and then to find out later on that he actually did this made them like, damn, if we would have known, we would have freaking, stopped him from even being there in the first place.
We've gone after him.
That incident, then there was a clip of Royce Keys like trying to go wherever the hell he's going to, and him pretty much telling the fan, "Listen, this is my time. This and do like
who was that?
I will. Royce Keys, Powerhouse
Oh,
Hobbs.
Royce. Yeah, I saw that.
Because there was a fan that approached him and was like, "Can I get a picture?" He goes, "Listen, respectfully, this is my time. I don't have the time for this."
Yeah.
And then there was that incident with CM Punk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not a CM Punk
him?
defender at all, but I got to take Punk's side on this.
Yeah, I agree.
If someone's trying to harass your wife, you step in.
Yeah.
The fan deserved it from what I saw.
I love how the fan goes, "I'm not going to sue him. I just want an apology." Well, buddy, you're going to be waiting a long ass time for that one.
And apparently, Damian Priest had to like step in prior to that incident to tell the same fan that he needed to back the fuck off because he was like, crowding the women.
Right. And all of this to pretty much come up with the summation of where the fuck was security? Like WWE is going to be in town, and all these wrestlers are going to be in town, and you can't protect everybody. But
I don't understand
people that work these events, like, can you have the decency or like have people professionally know what the hell they're going to do?
Yeah, I don't.
This didn't happen.
It seems like a free for all for God knows anything that happened this past weekend.
Yeah, I don't.
This didn't happen at the hotel at the Horseshoe because the wrestlers for WrestleCon, they were staying there. I didn't see any of this happening. At least that's my perspective. I'm not saying it didn't happen at all, but there was a big difference. Like the the hotel that the WWE guys were staying at, and the hotel that everyone else was staying at.
Yeah, and also it's like the fan themselves. The fans that are going to all these collective shows, they're wrestling fans. The fools that are doing this stuff to WWE personalities are WWE marks.
Yeah.
So they're not going to be the ones going to the indie shows. They're not going to be the ones acting out. But they take free reign. I don't get it.
It's this, and then not to mention, I mean, like me and Jay have been, Jay's has been doing this show for 9 years, going to be 10 next year, but 2 for New York WrestleMania. But it's always that topic of conversation of what makes a fan decide, oh, this wrestler's at this hotel, I'm going to go there at this time and hope to God I get to have a picture with them, which if a wrestler is nice enough to say, okay, but it's also the fact that you're stalking these people.
I mean, look,
they're flying it from hold on. They're flying it from town to town. They're driving overnight. They just want to get some rest for the next day because they're going to be doing media and all this other stuff. But just said, when is the point of you just say leave them alone? If they have an appearance, then you go to that appearance. You don't go to where they stay. People that also find out where these talents' addresses are and send whatever the hell they want.
That's creepy. That's fucking creepy. But like I said, like back in the day, we would do that all the time, and it was okay back then.
Because no one stepped over the line back then.
People knew how to behave. You could be hanging out at a hotel knowing that they're there and just be casual. Just chill. Get a table. Sit in one of the couches and just chill. And then if you see a wrestler show up, give them a quick wave. Acknowledge that you know who they are and hope for the best.
Leave them do what I did.
Say, hey.
Do what I did. Basically, just do what I did at the Guy Fieri restaurant. Just like, get a lay of the land. Hey, I recognize him. I recognize her. Leave him the fuck alone.
Exactly.
Don't stalk the airports. Don't stalk the hotels. If they're doing a meet and greet, go there.
Yeah.
And
don't bring 15 things for him to sign either.
Those are the ones that ruined everything.
Yeah, and then you find out they put them on eBay to make a quick buck.
Yeah,
those are the ones. They're the ones that ruin everything because they're the ones that be approaching them and monopolizing their time and acting like, oh, well, I own you now because you have to sign everything I have here. They were the ones that started ruining everything. Those are the ones because
they're the ones going on Twitter and saying, hey, we're the ones that make you rich.
Right.
It's like,
very
fuck
entitled.
you.
No, they're the ones that ruined the whole experience of being able to randomly meet your favorite wrestler. They're the ones that did it. Yeah. And I'm glad that I was able to get so many of those meets under the table for me before all this happened. You know, being able to go somewhere and be like, oh shit, that's so-and-so. And politely ask.
Yeah.
If you get to interact with them, politely ask, okay, if I get a picture with you, That's all you have to do. Not be like,
I did that when I was leaving the hotel. When I was leaving the Horseshoe, I ran into Tara Zepp, she's someone I wanted to meet, but she was on her way out. I didn't want to bother her, so she was still in full face paint too. So I just, hey, I'm waiting for my Uber. I'm not going to bother her. I'll see her at WrestleCon tomorrow.
Yeah.
So just like leave her alone.
Yeah. I think when I went to Philly, the only time I actually, a couple of times I interacted was when I saw Tuco Scorpio at the hotel lobby that I was staying at. And I'm like, hey, are you Tuco Scorpio? Because we were getting coffee. And he was like, how do you know me, young lady? I was like, I've known you since you were in WCW. He's like, you were alive back then? I'm like, yes, sir. And Eddie Orengo. I saw Eddie Orengo, the referee, in the pizzeria. So I asked him, I'm like, he looks so familiar. I'm like, hey, are you Eddie Orengo? And he's like, yes, I am. And that was it. That's it.
At the end of the day, people just needed to remember that.
Yeah.
That despite like a person might be like an undead zombie or like whatever get like a masked luchador, like whatever they're portraying in the ring, they're human goddamn beings who are living their lives, and if some of them have families, have like relationships, and God only knows how they feel about this too. Where like random people, like, oh, hi, can you take a quick picture with me? Oh my God, I love you so much. Like, it's like, guess what? You just creeped the fuck out of that girl, and she has to explain to her why creepy dude number 5 has to get a picture.
Right. It's just be polite. Like, listen, you're gonna cross paths with them. You want to acknowledge that you know them. Get that. Say your hello.
By the way, I'm very nervous to go back and find that clip, but go on.
The mere fact that we even have to have this conversation for grown adults in 2026 makes me lose faith in humanity. Because oh man, I'd rather talk about Effie's Big Gay Brunch.
Oh, how was that? I've been dying to go to the Big Gay Brunches so bad.
Oh my God!
Was that the show where Sean Ross Sapp and Brian Alvarez had a match, or like they were in the clusterfuck battle royal?
No, they were in the clusterfuck.
Okay, I can't believe
so that was something else different.
I can't with that.
This was let me just run down a few of the matches. A few of them: Effie versus Zack Sabre Jr.
Nice.
Nyla Rose against Dark Sheik.
Nice.
Mercedes Martinez versus Vipress. Wait, who? Yeah, we need Nyla Rose back.
Yes, we
on
do.
TV.
We do. She's such a personality.
Then Mercedes Martinez versus Vipress. So the lovers quarrel match. Yeah. It's like how do you do that? It's like, okay, babe, we're gonna have to have a match later tonight.
Beat the hell out of each other for the next 10 minutes.
We'll
take it personal, please.
Don't like loser. Does the loser sleep on the couch?
Right.
Well, me and Ari had somebody. We had Aris Spiral on the show, and she talked about how she would be preparing for her death match against her husband, and both of them would talk about like what would be off limits, what's not, what's allowed, and it's one of those things. And wrestling just comes off normal at this point for a lot of couples.
Yeah,
I remember back in the day, Kira Hogan versus Diamante happened a few times.
That's right.
And again, I asked the question: does the loser sleep on the couch?
Yeah, absolutely. And a couple of times we saw Marina and Roddy kind of chop each other.
Yeah.
That's new, like
They definitely did kinky stuff after the show.
Oh yeah.
This is one of my favorite matches. Paro's Highway to Hell. The Parade of Punishment. Twinks Unleashed Gauntlet.
That was a mouthful, sir.
Yeah. The biggest that led to that clip I saw going around where someone came out and said, how do you fight a bear? You get a bigger bear, and then Bear Bronson comes out.
Oh my gosh!
And they kissed mid-match.
Ow!
Bear Bronson and Pero. And Pero's married, and I wonder what his husband thought of that.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was that 3-way kiss between those two and CPA. And that was just nuts. And then there was Charlie Evans, Alley Catch, Steph DeLander, and Kid Bandit, which was Kid Bandit's retirement match.
Yeah.
And she took the pinfall in that one.
Wow.
I do have a question. I'm wondering what's going to happen with Allie because they did a Lose to Lose GCW stip with her and Effie, and she unfortunately lost it. And I'm not sure if she's getting a call soon from a big promotion, but maybe just it's going to be an angle going forward for them. But
I don't know.
I think for everybody that is.
Go ahead.
What were you going to say?
I could see Alley Catch going to TNA and thriving there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping it's a storyline because like those two are the backbone of GCW.
Yeah. Yeah, you're absolutely right. And I saw her post like after the match, and somebody was like, "Are you retiring?" And she's like, "Absolutely not." So we'll see.
Yeah, just because I'm done with one promotion doesn't mean I'm done with everything.
Right.
Unless they actually say I'm done.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And then there was the clusterfuck, which I love the concept of it. That was my first one too.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's basically a 2.5 hour battle royal.
Yeah.
And Speedball Mike Bailey agented the whole thing.
Yeah.
But before the clusterfuck started, there was the GCW Ultra Violent Championship Steel Cage match.
Oh boy.
Otis Koger against Matt Tremont.
Mm-hmm. Matt Tremont's always just.
Tremont's a good dude. Something I found out that just like surprised me. Matt Tremont is a WNBA fan.
Ah.
He was wearing a Indiana Fever hat the whole week.
And you love your basketball.
I love my WNBA. So I'm
gonna
be watching this season. What?
I said they're killing it too. It's not just the NBA guys that are very good athletes. Those women too. Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark. Very good athletes.
Six of my Bruins got drafted into the WNBA.
Sweet.
So
most of any school, but yeah.
Overall, this past week, it definitely sounds like you had a great time. I think if people were to watch this, takeaways would be just if you're not happy with the product, there's
other options.
Absolutely.
I wish I could have done more. I wish I could have gone to more shows, but like it was what I did and what I saw was fun as hell.
Oh yeah.
And then
I mean, my favorite shows were Spring Break, JCW, and Effie's Big Gay Brunch.
Sweet. Oh, we're gonna have to. I'm definitely Francisco and I. My nephew and I have been dying to go to a Big Gay Brunch. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, me too.
Yes, Mike too. Yes, you too, Mike.
This was my second one.
Nice.
Because I went to the one in LA.
Yeah.
Just everybody. Definitely try it. If you're not happy with the current party, whether it's WWE, you're not happy with AEW, not happy with TNA. There's so much wrestling out there, and please, people, learn how to behave yourselves in public with other
and
people.
Wash your ass.
Thank you. I was gonna just say that. Like, deodorant is not that expensive.
Deodorant, soap. It's not cheap, people.
Jeez, man.
Not sponsored by Axe.
The only real complaint was there was too much smoke at JCW, but I get that. I mean, everybody was smoking up, and it was late. I'm talking late. Yeah. The show started at like 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like I said, Spring Break ran late. JCW ended at about 4. I didn't get back to my hotel till about 5, and I had to get up again in a few hours for Big Gay Brunch.
I mean, the fact that you stayed, like we did a midnight show, literally last minute, right after the Ring of Honor pay-per-view, and we had to go cross town. We got there just after midnight. There was so much traffic, and then by 2, we were like, we gotta get the hell out of here. We're too tired. It was great, but it was great, but just
same thing happened to me last in in LA here when we had Mania Week. Thankfully, the venue was only about a mile from my house, so I hopped on a bike and got home.
That's the best part about being able to go to a show right in your city.
Yeah. You know your way around, too.
Exactly.
Now we wait to see what they do next year. But Brandon, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
It's been a pleasure meeting you for the first time, personally myself. Where can people find you if they want to?
I'm on Instagram, the Brandon Wilson. That's pretty much my main social. And if you guys want me to come back, talk some West Coast wrestling, I'll be glad to come.
Oh yeah, awesome. Yeah,
pleasure. We'll love to talk to you about the current stuff as well, because right now it's definitely after Mania, it's definitely gonna be an interesting summer going forward.
Oh yeah.
And I think those of us who went to Mania Week, we just need to unplug from wrestling for a little bit, take a few weeks off, and then get back into it. Because, I mean, the itch is going to come to get back in. So just chill.
Yeah. It's a lot.
Once again, sir, thank you for joining us. And
thank you for having me.
For everybody that is watching on New York Wrestlemania on YouTube, thank you for tuning in, joining us, and thank you for subscribing, because we have now reached 600 subscribers. Thank you to everybody that has joined the channel over the past week. Everybody that is listening on the podcasting outlet at New York Wrestlemania for all the stuff turned up the tabloid, and for History and Headlocks, and a lot more stuff coming down the line from us over here. So catch you all in a second.
Sit, turn, type, sit. Good boy. Ruff.